People around the world are worried about the death and destruction that would come with a nuclear war. But in one Texas town, people are worried about the danger that comes with preparing for nuclear war. This is Amarillo, Texas. It's where America's atomic weapons are assembled. Workers here say their jobs are killing them. They don't trust government studies that say the plant is safe. There are environmental problems at the bomb factory, too. The cleanup may cost millions of dollars. Amarillo, Texas is a town that's living with the risks of building the bomb. The plant is owned by the U.S. Department of Energy. It's run by a company called Mason and Hanger. With 2,500 employees, it's the largest factory in the Panhandle of Texas. Pantex officials insist that working here is safe, and for years employees believed it. That is beginning to change.
I got hurt out there, you know, I got zapped. And that's what really brought me around.
John Bell worked for 30 years as a Pantex machinist.
I can't say that they don't care any about the worker. I feel that they don't care enough.
Bell was injured in September of 1987. It was night. He was called to drill out a part that was stuck in a nuclear bomb.
I started drilling, it sparked, and I stopped and I said, "Is this normal?" And they said, "Yeah, it's all right." So I drilled a hole in the thing, and it was hard. It created dust. I breathed some of it. And it caught fire, and I breathed the gas. And I was over this thing for an hour and a half.
What John Bell inhaled that night is a radioactive uranium compound called tuballoy. It wasn't his first accident in the plant, and he isn't the only worker to complain of exposure to dangerous chemicals.
It's all been so secret. And this is what the Department of Energy has hid behind for years, is secrecy. The need to know. You know, the public doesn't need to know what's going on out there. Don't tell them.
This is a picture of him inside the plant.
Andres Cruz worked in a dreaded part of Pantex, the warehouse vault for radioactive material.
There was a different type of feeling that he had when he went in this vault, you know. And of course he wore an apron that covered what the plant calls vital organs, you know, which was the chest to below the knee, you know, but his mouth, his eyes, his ears, all of this was not covered. All of this was not protected.
On his 45th birthday, Andres Cruz received some bad news during his annual Pantex physical.
Well, he came home, and I think that was one of the 2 times that he used the word leukemia. He said he was sitting at the table like this, looking through the mail, and he said, "I have leukemia." And of course I said, "What?" And he said, "You need to call the doctor." And of course I did. And the other time that he used that word was the last week before he died.
Andres Cruz was buried in July of 1985. He was the 3rd person who had worked in the warehouse to die of cancer that year. His family sued but couldn't prove the case, and there hasn't been a cluster of deaths like this since 1985. Pantex settled this case out of court for $5,000 and defended its radiation standards.